Well, I have always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So even when I was in the second grade, I was at elementary school and I noticed an incredible business opportunity right before my eyes. They didn't sell gum at school, and gum was kind of illegal to even have it at my elementary school. But there was a little girl in my class. Her name was Tammy, and you could used to buy at these local country grocery stores, which her parents owned one. You could buy gumballs for a penny a piece. So some of you may remember the penny candy. You get a little brown bag. So I asked her I gave her a dime one day and asked her if on the next day she would bring me 10 of those individually wrapped gumballs. So they had like purple ones and red ones, and then these green apple ones with spots on them. So she gave me a mix. So on the next day she brought me 10 gumballs, and I had my own little stash of gum because they didn't sell it at the school. Well, a couple of my classmates come up to me and asked me, hey, can I have a piece of gum? And I'm thinking, I bought this gum with my own money. I'm not going to give you a piece of my gum. And then one of them said, well, I'll give you a nickel for a piece. And I'm like, really? So anyway, I went ahead and sold that guy a piece of gum for a nickel. And then another guy walked up and said, hey, he had a nickel in his hand. Hey, I'd like to buy a piece of gum. And so I sold him a piece, and I'd taken 2 pieces of gum, got my 10 cents back. And I'm thinking, wow, this is a huge business opportunity. So after that, I was in business selling bubble gum balls for a nickel a piece, even a dime if the supply got low. So I gave Tammy that dime and asked her if on the next day she would bring in 10 more gum balls, and she did. And so really, looking back at it, I guess she was like a vendor. And she would bring in gum balls every day, and I would pay her cash, and I was selling gum balls at school. I did that for 4 or 5 months. And you know, if they brought me $1 and wanted to buy a couple pieces of gumball, I had a big brown bag full of money hidden over in the corner of the room. Everybody knew it was there, but that's where we would go to get change. And so finally my teacher came up to me and said, Todd, you've got to quit selling gum at school. You can't do that anymore, and you need to take that big bag of money home. So I took that big brown bag of money home, counted it, and I had over $78 in there. So I had taken an original 10-cent investment, initial capital investment, turned it into $78. Now to this day, that's been the best return I've ever had on any business that I've ever been involved in. So my bubble gum days, my bubble gum selling days were over, but my entrepreneurial desires were just starting. And one thing led to another. And when I got to college and was finishing college, the one business that God put on my heart was Office Pride, and that's what He's blessed me with today.